Aries, Grand Rising. How is everyone doing this fine day? And happy Merry Christmas Eve for those of you who are celebrating. So anyone who's new here, my name is Ashley Indigo. I'm here to help you see what you can't see, hear what you can't hear, and feel what you can't feel. I always feel like I got to say this, but it's not about it's not about predicting the future for me as much as it is about just getting us clear. We have a very big mission here. We're moving into the 2022, which is what I like to call the big six, because if you add all the twos together, it equals six. Six is for self-love. Six is about growth. Six is about justice. Six is about, an increase in love relationships. Pretty much what's going on here in short, Aries, is that the heart chakra space is opening up. It's opening up. Everyone is feeling very nostalgic. We're back in that 90s energy. The 90s have resurfaced the style. So, of course, the feels are going to come back for a lot of us who have grew up in the 90s. It's very nostalgic. But anyways, everybody's heart space is opening up. The fourth heart chakra space is opening up and expanding. So this is allowing everyone to be more authentic. This is allowing everyone to be a little bit more real with themselves, real with others. A lot of us, six also has to do with inner child work, spending time with the 3-year-old, the higher self in us. If you have no knowledge about what the inner child is, I got a couple videos you can go look back at, but I want to say that I'm sorry because I'm so damn sleepy in those videos. I'm probably going to end up redoing them in a more awake state. So you have to excuse me for the grogginess. There's definitely some words in there that don't make too much sense. But if you're following, you know what I'm trying to say. I'm picking you could literally tell I'm tired, so I apologize for that. But yeah, the big six is going to be exciting, a very exciting thing. So, and I actually did set up, I'm going to be having a live on the big six on the 30th, the Thursday before New Year's Eve, because I understand a lot of people will probably be out there partying and what, I'm probably going to be popping some sparkling cider with my kids that night. So Thursday the 30th at 7 p.m. 7 is a very special number for me. I'm going to be doing a live in which I kind of go through and give every sign what they can expect to see in the 2022. So you definitely want to join me for that. You can find my Facebook page, Ashley Indigo. Not my personal page, but you'll obviously be able to see. It'll have the same logo as what this has. But yeah, I'll be having a thing where I talk about all the signs. So anyways, let's get into it for this December. The energy for December. I'm going to go with my Psychic Tarot. I changed up the deck. Instead of the Light Seers, I'm going to be using the Psychic. And then instead of the Loving Words from Yeshua, I'm going to be using... Ooh, this is juicy. I'm going to be using... it's looking good, Aries. I'm going to be using my Angels and Ancestors deck, which I'm just on a new thing. I like to give thanks to the people before us. Now, all the glory goes to God. We pray to God because without him, nothing is possible. But our ancestors, they come before us. They were here. They saw the land before we did. They have a lot to do with why some of the shit in this world is the way that it is. We have better understanding of who we are mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually now. And God gave us that information to do something with. Okay. One more, honey. Shit's stuck together, I feel. This card should be a lot juicier than this. Alright. We got our last card here. Okay. Alright, I already know what this says. I love cards. I love having intellect. Because these cards, they're really like how, people think of a car as an extension of themselves physically. This is an extension of myself spiritually. Okay. Rejoice in celebration. 3. There's a celebration of some sort going on. You're in order for some type of a congratulations. This could be, obviously the first thing that's going to come to mind is because everybody's fucking getting married. An engagement. and engagements of some sorts. Tonight's Christmas Eve. Tomorrow's Christmas. You might be meeting up with some family to celebrate the holidays. Might be going out to town to see some people you haven't seen in a while. I feel like this is not just a regular celebration, though. It's rejoicing because I feel like there's going to be lots of family. You may be seeing some family you haven't seen in a while, going out to visit some family may be coming in town that you haven't seen in a while. You might be getting started on the festivities tonight. What's today? Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Ship might be moving through till Monday, Tuesday, because we've got Christmas, then the New Year. Celebrations are definitely in order. This card is green, and it has a lot to do with heart chakra space. Green does. So I want to say it's like a wedding, an engagement, a new baby, some type of new news that tugs on the heartstrings. Some new, fresh news. And it's a time of celebration. It could also be some type of a promotion, a job promotion, maybe a promotion at work, a new job. But this is rejoice. That's just like some shit that's like so unbelievable. You can't believe it. Everybody's excited. And you know what? I went to the store yesterday and I did mention how people are just friendlier. It's a friendlier feel out there vibrationally than it was 2 months ago. Everybody was angry 2 months ago. Now everybody's all nice and shit, you know? Okay. The number 3 has to do with action. Okay. When we see number 3, it's about not just saying I'm going to do something, but fucking doing it. Not just saying, okay, I'm going to do it, but making sure that whatever it is that you've thought about, that the idea, whatever the original thought process was, that the words that you say line up with that, and that the actions line up with that. So it could have been that you were working so hard on something, you had a thought for yourself, you had a plan for yourself, something that maybe you planned out is now coming into fruition and you're celebrating. That could be it. So good job on that. There's lots of heart space, heart chakra energy. I feel like this is something that's you're overjoyed with. That's making you really happy. You're in a really happy space and place of your life. I do want to remind you that Jesus drank. I see some cups on here. They're toasting up. Jesus drank, okay? But Jesus did not get drunk, okay? You can drink, Aries. If you can handle it, go ahead and have you a drink, but do not get drunk, okay? Because that's when shit could turn from real happy to not so happy, okay? So be wary of that. I just want to check in one thing. I'm sorry, I got to check in something real quick. Give me 1 second here, okay? Okay. Okay. 3 also means that, when I look at 3, when I talk to people about the number 6 and we're moving into the 6 is about creating the relationship with the inner child and making sure that you have that relationship with the inner child. When I see 3 here, that's like, boom, acknowledge me. Inner child energy. So your inner child could be coming out. You might be feeling a little bit more childlike, playing with the kids a little bit more. Or you may be slightly tapping into that energy. Anytime we're tapping into any type of creative energy, that requires the heart space. The heart is the child, the mind is the adult, okay? Whenever you think about the 2, think about that and think about how they're supposed to work in unison as a team, okay? I even want to say, too, for this card, there could be a creative project that you put in motion. Like maybe you wanted to create content, or maybe you do music, or maybe you're a writer, or some type of creative endeavor I feel is paying off. Okay. 4, authority. Okay. To me, I feel like If there was any type of a promotion for you, or if there was any type of uplift for you, I see you being in charge, but I see you being serious about the job. I see you taking control. Maybe not just at work, but in every area of your life. I feel like, Aries, you're a fire sign. Actually, I know you're a fire sign. I don't know many Aries, okay? I know a few. But one thing that I will say about Aries is sometimes we got to think about the element fire. What does fire do? Fire is one of those things that once it catches a hold of some shit, it's over with. Okay. Fire can be very hard to put out. Now, one thing that I like to do, Aries, is when I think about signs, I also think about their element. What is their element? It's either air, water, earth, or fire. Yours is fire. Fire catches on to shit, and fire burns every fucking thing down. Fire, in a sense, has no control because it very quickly can lose control. Does you see what I'm saying here? Think about how fast fire fucking spreads and everything's burnt the fuck up. I feel like when I see this authority and I see this ring, which that ring has to do is yellow. Yellow is third chakra energy. That's solar plexus energy. That's the energy right here. That's the energy center that we claim control in. So when we feel empowered, when we feel like we're in control, when we feel like we're on some boss shit, when we feel like we're making the moves that need to be, and we really feel powerful, our third chakra energy will be bright with yellow. You know, it's also like, okay, when the sun charges us, where does the sun charge us at? Solar plexus energy, right here. This is where we get that energy. This is the energy. This is where all that is stored, our power. That is where what's stored. I feel like you're stepping into your power. And I feel like this is new for you because I feel, Aries, like you always felt like things were happening to you. Not like you were the creator of the things that were happening to you. Does that make sense? I feel like you might have thought like you're in autopilot. Like, why is all this bad shit happening to me? But never really realizing the reason this bad shit's happening is because you're putting yourself in situations for this bad shit to happen, whether you realize it or not. One universal law when it comes to reaping what we sow and receiving shit back is cause and effect. That's a natural universal law. Those are the laws that God made, okay? And that law tells you that for every action, there is a reaction. For everything that you put in motion, something else is in motion. It's a ripple effect, okay? So I feel like, Aries, you might have been in a like, why is all this shit happening to me phase, not realizing that, honey, shit was happening to you because you were putting yourself in a situation. It's one of those situations where I feel like you didn't know any better, but now you know better, so you're doing better, okay? This is someone who is serious. Serious about the shift, serious about the change, serious about taking power and authority over their own lives. Now, the solar plexus is in the digestive tract, the digestive system, the gallbladder area. So, if you are having any type of digestive problems, it's the holidays. So physically, you might be thinking like, okay, I'm eating a lot of sugar. I'm eating a lot of this. I'm eating a lot of that. That is the biggest clue right there. And this even goes for me too. I've literally had to be like, bitch, pull it back. You've had one too many cookie today. And my digestive shit's acting up. I had to get my gallbladder taken out last year. January will be a year that my gallbladder has been taken out because I had no self-control. I had no control over my life at the time. So my ass was eating. I'm a Cancer. I like to eat. One thing about me is I'm going to eat. And I was eating. I was the biggest I've ever been in my life. Real shit. Well, I was bigger than I was when I was pregnant. And I've had 3 children. And I've never been as big as I was after my 3rd child doing all that motherfucking eating than I was with any kid. And in my 2nd pregnancy, I weighed 30, 40 pounds less than I did after I had my 3rd baby. Okay. You may be doing if you're trying to get a hold of your sense of authority or your sense of power, One way that you may be able to tell that you're out of power, and this is just throughout your life, if you find yourself overeating, because people who overeat are people who emotionally eat. And I know about this from firsthand experience, Aries. They have no control. They can't stop. So this is the same person that'll eat a whole fucking pack of cookies, who will say, okay, I just want one, and demolish the whole fucking pack. This is someone who will say, okay, I'm hungry. But they're eating a snack till the meal's done. You can tell these people have no self-control because they can't control their portions. They can't control, they're just in the motions, okay? And it affects our digestive system. So if you feel like, okay, you know, your stomach's been hurting, you've been having some digestive, physically, yes, it's the food that you eat. But it may also be the amount of food. Now, somebody who is in their power, for example, when it comes to eating, because I'm giving this example because this is the digestive system. Someone who's in their power may say, okay, you know what? Them cookies look bomb as fuck, but I'll have one and then I'll have a salad. You know what I'm saying? Or let me give, say it's Christmas. Say you make 48 cookies. Okay, well, let me give 12 to my sister. Let me give 12 to my grandparents. You know what I'm saying? Sharing is caring. Have to find a way to be in control. And one of the biggest ways to tell whether or not we're in control is look at how you eat. If you are overeating, then you probably feel no sense of control. You probably feel no sense of control over your life. Even if you're under eating, that doesn't necessarily mean that you feel in control, because we have to eat to live. That's just a part of living. The flesh needs, while the spirit doesn't so much need food, the flesh needs food. You know, we're half flesh, half spirit. So we have to feed both. Okay? That's just a little backstory, but I feel like you're stepping into your power. You're stepping into your control. If you're having some digestive issues, watch how you eat. Pay attention. Make conscious decisions, because if we can make conscious decisions about what we eat, Aries, we can make conscious decisions about the things that happen in our lives. When we start to make conscious decisions and we start to maybe weigh those decisions and those results with decisions and results that we may have made in the past, we start to see that conscious effort does fucking make a difference, okay? Our bodies are temples. And as we move into the 6th, as we move into authenticity, because we're going to be wanting things a lot realer, I feel like we're going to be eating a lot different too. We may want money. I'm one of those people that had to say, bitch, with the cookies, get you a salad, sis, because you can't do it. And when it comes to our salads, the more colorful our salads, the better. We want to try to use every color of the rainbow that we can use. You know, get you a red tomato. Get you an orange, yellow, green, and bell pepper. If you're having a fruit salad, throw some motherfucking blueberries in that bitch. I don't know who puts grapes in a salad, but eat you some grapes. I feel like you are going to take authority over your own life. You realize that you are the co-creator in unison with God of your own story. And it's time for you to paint a different story. And you're very much in that energy. You're taking control. You got this shit by the horns. One thing about you, Aries, is now that you're in the energy of taking over and having authority over your life and being firm in who you are and what you stand for, you're fire. So that shit has no choice but to take off. All God needed for you to do, Aries, was redirect. You got fire, but we've got to understand our elements. We've got to understand our elements, and we've got to understand how we can use our elements. Fire is not all about destruction. If you've ever felt like, oh, you know, I mess up everything I touch, that's not true, honey. That's not true. Fire has done some really great things too, you know? Fire keeps us warm. Fire sometimes can lead the way. If I'm out in the dark and I got a torch of fire, I can lead the way, okay? I can keep things warm. I can lead the way. I can take uncooked food and cook it. I can sterilize things that need sterilizing, deep clean things that need deep cleaning. I can clear out shit that needs to be cleared out. Fire, you have such a great property. But like I said, God needs you to redirect. When we come here, this life on purpose doesn't teach us about our elements, doesn't teach us that we are all made of love and God is literally there for the calling. We're not taught that because Satan can't teach us that in his world. Satan is a liar and a cheat. Satan wanted to have the advantage. So what does he do when God says, okay, God is the, like I said, God is the one who made that original. When you hear about the deal with the devil, God made that original deal with the devil. Okay, because he knew he can't lose. He is the ultimate creator. God created him. So how the hell is somebody I create gonna do more than I can do? It's not possible. And I feel like that's a good reminder in your power. Because God created you, you could do anything. The only difference between us and Jesus, aka Yeshua, is he knew his power. He knew who he came from. He knew what we could do. He believed what most people don't believe. And so that's why he's so important in all of this. Because when we believe him, when we believe in him, when we believe in Yeshua, we believe in God. We believe in God's miracles. Because Yeshua is the perfect example for how us human beings are supposed to live, act, think, do. That's why it says, what would Jesus do? Because he's the perfect example. But he's no better than us. We're all just as good as Jesus, except he knew how good he was. We didn't know. He was in his authority. He was in his power. He knew that he was sovereign. He knew that he was not from here. He just simply lives here. He knew that he was a child of God all along, and nobody could take that from him. That's what Satan didn't like about him. That's why he had to go. In this life, you'll see that anybody who knows who they are and screams it from the rooftops, they're a threat. They're a threat to the matrix. They're a threat to the system. They are a threat, okay? So if someone like that is a threat, then we have to know that there's prominence in being in control of your life, Aries. And I feel like where you've never taken that control before, baby, you're taking it. And I'm proud of you. I'm really proud of you. Because now you're getting your shit together. Here's the proof we're getting our shit together. Pow! Solar plexus. Was we not just talking about the solar plexus? I cannot make this shit up. I can't do it. I can't do it. You've got happy shit to rejoice about. You are making good decisions. Heart space decisions. You see the little bit of yellow in there too? Control. Heart space. You're making decisions. Your mind is no longer ruling you. You're going to stand up and be the boss. This is your energy for the month. Power. Being in your power. So how do we juice this up? I've already told you about eating. I've already, that's why food is so important. I was just talking about the different colors and shit. Let me explain vibration to you just a minute, Aries, so you can kind of tie into what I'm saying here, okay? Colors are frequencies. Colors are vibrations, just like sound, but that's another video, okay? If something, okay, for instance, okay, love. We are love. God created us from love, okay? We're made in love, okay? Love vibrates from two different colors, green and pink. That's why I like pink roses, rose quartz, it's pink and green, okay? Those are the two colors of the heart chakra space. If I'm feeling unloved or I'm not feeling love, one of the things that I could do is get me some rose quartz, get me my rose oil scents. If you're a girl, get you your rose sprays, get you your rose lotions, get you rose. Rose quartz is being used in damn near everything. I got a face wash with rose quartz used in it. Rose oil, you can go get you some pink, even a red rose will suffice, shit. And then, I can get that, or I can wear pink or green. Now, why does that matter, Ashley? It matters because, like I said, colors are vibrations. They are frequencies. They carry and hold a certain vibration. So if I want to feel loved, I can wear pink and green. When I have pink and green on my being, merged into my being, now I carry a frequency. I carry the frequency of the color that I'm trying to reach. Kind of like if I'm a radio and this is 98 point, if I want 98.3. I want to hear 98.3. But I put 104.3 on my station. I'm not going to hear 98.3. 98.3 ain't going to come no fucking where near me. So what do I do to get to 98.3? I have to emit 98.3 frequencies. I have to turn my radio to 98.3 so the frequencies will match. So if I have love over here in green and pink and I want to feel love, then I will consciously make the effort to wear green and pink so that I hold the same vibration. Okay? Get out your yellow. Get out your gold. Yellow might not look good on you, but who gives a fuck? Maybe yellow looks great on you. You just don't know it. Get out that gold earring, sis. Get out that gold necklace. It's time to match frequencies, okay? This is what's going to up level you and shift you. Gold and purple, those are royal colors, if y'all didn't know. So this yellow, this gold, you want to put more of that on. You want to get more in tune with that frequency because that is the frequency that you hold, okay? You hold that power and control, and that's going to upshift you in power and control. If you have no knowledge of chakras, go look up. There's tons of chakras, but the 7 ones are the main ones. See, a lot of people would assume that when you mix all those colors together, they equal black. They do not. When we're talking about different colors of light, because they're all different light colors. They're not just dense in color. They're light. They're frequencies of light. When we mix all those frequencies of light together, what do we get? We get a white light, a pure white light. What else has a pure white light? Heaven. That is how we know we come from heaven. We are light. We are the light of the world. But so many of our chakras are not balanced. The energies are not balanced. So when your energy is not balanced, you can't see how bright that light is. All the chakras work hand in hand, but for you, December, you're working with stepping into your power. You're finally proclaiming yourself a separate being. So some of y'all might have quit smoking weed this month. Some of y'all might have quit drinking this month. Some of y'all might have quit hitting the sugar booger this month. You're stepping in your power though. And remember how good this shit feels, because it only feels this good when you're sober. Okay? I'm not really me. I can't really say too much about ganja because I like to hit the ganja. I mean, that's just who I am for now. But that, even for me, that doesn't intercede in my spiritual journey, because I've learned the difference between smoking myself dumb and just hitting a little J to relax. That's the difference between the unevolved Ashley and the evolved Ashley. The unevolved Ashley would have sat around and domed 6 blunts with a couple of friends and just sat there fucking stuck. I'm fucking stupid. The new Ashley doesn't understand that amount of access. Smoke 6 blunts for fucking what? What are you trying to do? Die? Like what? I mean, you can't. I mean, you have to smoke like pounds, I think. But it's just the point of sometimes part of being powerful and in control is knowing your limits. And one thing from the old Ashley and the new Ashley is I know that I don't need to smoke 6 blunts, because 1, that's a waste of weed, and 2, for what? I don't want to be unrecognizable to myself. I don't want to be smoke stupid. I just want a little upliftment. I just want to dance to my Bob Marley, or you know what I'm saying, or vibe to my Erykah Badu, shake a little ass to a set. You know what I'm saying? I just want to keep it innocent. Okay? Because I know when I was in high school, I used to do a lot of like papers on marijuana. I was a real pothead. And one of the things that when I tried to figure out where weed had come from, I'm pretty sure that they had said it came from like the Japanese, or not the Japanese, from the Chinese. And I kind of ended up like, one and the same. Somehow opium came from there too. But as I grow and as I learn more and as I realize things, I know, and we see now people are putting marijuana in food and edibles and CBD and all these, there's all these amazing things that we can pull from the plant of marijuana for healing properties. But even the THC has a healing property in the sense that it gets rid of anxiety. It makes anorexics or people who are going through chemotherapy, they're able to eat. I mean, there's so much healing out there. And I feel like I said, everything in this world is a tool. Even these are tools. But it's not about the tool itself. It's about how you use the tools. That's why I say, for anybody who wants to read cards, if you're not firm in God, if you have not, because this is a spiritual tool. So if you have not spiritually decided whose team you're on before you're out here moving, you might fuck around and get used. I proclaim God over my life. God is the center of everything that I do. I talk to God multiple times a day, so I can never lose. When I pick up my cards, I know who I'm talking to. There's a lot of people out there reading cards and shit. You don't know who's whispering shit to you. You don't know nothing. And that's why I say we got to make sure that God is firm in what we do. He helps us feel that feeling of security. He helps us feel that feeling of authority over our lives. When we pick up his book and we read, with discernment, of course, you start to see that he made us a powerful, beautiful people for a fucking reason. Okay? Shit, he doing this shit with Satan for shits and giggles because he knows his people gonna wake up. He knows how this story ends. So if he knows how this story ends and he has peace, why can't we? I'm pulling from the Angels and Ancestors deck right now. This is the one I love to drive it home with because we got to remember there's people that come before us that was out here across the land doing shit. I could definitely see how this. I could definitely see. Hold on a second, because I knew it. I knew it. That was a little personal one for me. All right, Aries. Oh, I see another 3 on this card. The numbers we got is 343. So 3, like I said, action. Make sure you're taking action. If there's anything that you're thinking about and anything that you're speaking into existence, make sure you are taking action. If you feel like the thing you that bravery is not there, that power, that sovereignty is not there, pray. Keep that relationship with God solid. I'm always going to recommend you pray because when we talk to our Father, he talks back. We need his communication and we need his guidance in this life, in this world, especially with the shit that's happening, okay? And when you have that celebratory moment, don't forget to give it to God. Don't forget. You know, I'm just in the awareness of making people know that when we have those moments, bring it back to God. Give thanks to God. Because that's who does it. That's who makes all this shit possible. Okay? Water Guardian. Connect with your emotions. Okay? She's beautiful, first of all. All right, Aries. So, fire. Okay? This is Water Guardian. Connect with your emotions. Okay? So, when I think about fire and I think about how fire translates as an emotion, a lot of people would think of fire as angry. Okay? Angry. Anger, heat, spite, backlash. I mean, just like I said, fire has its good properties, but fire also has some bad properties. I feel like one of the reasons that you need to get in touch with your emotions is because I feel like those emotions, like I said, fire can be uncontrollable. But with the right amount of emotion, with the right amount of water, fire can also be put out, depending on how big the fire is. This is a reminder to spend time with your inner child. Okay? We don't want to just use the inner child for creative endeavors, okay? We want to tap into the inner child and heal the inner child by asking ourselves questions about our childhood, by rearranging thought processes in our childhood. Now, I know, some of you might not even be able to fucking remember your childhood. That's a thing. Because as children, when things happen that make us uncomfortable, when things happen, we compartmentalize. We take all the things and we put them into different boxes in our brain and we bury them away. They're dark spaces. We don't think about our childhood. Why? Because a lot of us feel like we don't need our childhood as adults. We feel like, okay, we've been a child, next. You know, especially when we're teenagers. We don't want shit to do with next. You know, we cringe at the fact. I've got a 13-year-old, beautiful 13-year-old. I can't even show her a picture of herself when she was 9. She cringes. When we connect with our emotions, we get to feel. And I feel like for so long, Aries, you have not allowed yourself to just feel. I feel like the reason that you're so dead set on taking control right now is because you've allowed outside substances, we'll say, alcohol, drugs, food, sex. You have allowed outside substances to feel for you. Like, I feel like maybe you're one of those people who have felt so numbed out by pain, by hurt that's been done to you, that you were into numbing, you know? I'll fuck because that feels good. I'll get drunk because that'll take the pain away. I'll snort an 8-ball because that'll do it. I'll pop these ecstasy pills because then I'll feel love. When no, boo. When you pop ecstasy, the only thing you're going to feel is more of what you already feel. So if you feel despair, well, congratulations, because you've just given yourself 10 times more fucking despair. Lack of knowledge does a lot. Ecstasy doesn't just make you feel good if you feel like shit. It makes you feel like more of what you already feel. Okay? I want you to do something for me, Aries. Okay? I want you to do something. I know that water is not your territory. Okay? I know emotions is not your territory. Got a little advice here. If there are things going on inside of you and you need to talk to your water friends. Okay? Talk to your Pisces. You might not appreciate some shit they say. They might keep it real. I mean, but I love the 3 ranges of the signs, because if you talk to a Cancer, you're going to get mothered. That's me. I'm gonna mother you. I have a Scorpio moon though, so that twists you a little bit. I'm going to mother you. You know, Cancer, we're the mother of the zodiac. That's what we do. We bait, so we'll let you talk and we'll give you some helpful advice, and we will try from a mothering standpoint, a standpoint of someone who really cares, to help you talk these things through with you. Talk to a Pisces, okay? A Pisces is going to sympathize with you, okay? But sometimes the shit that they say is sharp. So if you want someone to feel what you're saying, but touch on some important points, talk to a Pisces. If you want the cold cut truth, if you want to just speed up the process to the tears, talk to a Scorpio, because I guarantee they'll gather that ass up right. Now, they do it from a standpoint to where it's true. It's just the facts. Scorpios, and that's why I love my Scorpio moon. We're not afraid to have those dark, real conversations. And I assume if you want to go like a Cancer, we won't lie to you, but we're not going to hit you with as much truth as you fucking need. Scorpio is going to get you all the fucking truth and more, to the point where, like, damn, your feelings might be hurt, but they're right. You know what I'm saying? You might not want to hear about it, but, like, they're right. Because they understand emotion, but they understand more than any other water sign that you can't wallow in that shit. See, a lot of people like to equate the Scorpio to a little bit of fire, because the Scorpio has a fire under their ass the other water signs don't have. Once the Scorpio comes out of the dark, though, once they get out of their own pity and self-death in the dark, you know what I'm saying? So I would say an evolved Scorpio. I wouldn't fuck with an unevolved Scorpio, because they're too in their emotions to give... They're too in their emotions to give the accurate advice that you would need. They might take it, turn it out. It depends on what type of conversation you need. But the reason I say get in touch with your water signs is because your water signs are the ones that are going to view everything from an emotional standpoint. Think of everything from an emotional standpoint. Fire, you just don't, it's not like you're an intellectual, so you don't think, you just fucking explode. You can't do that. And I feel like that's part of the reason that you're taking more control, because you notice the fires that you start when you snap the fuck off. But it's time to cool down. I would even recommend drink more water. Get you some water. And no, all water doesn't taste the same. Spend more time with the element of water. Swim, take baths, take showers. I do my best thinking in the shower, but I'm a water sign. I know how to connect to my element. You know what I'm saying? I know what my element's about. My element is about being translucent, because you can see. This was water. You can see through water. You know, so we're transparent. You can see through us. Vulnerable. We shape shift. We bend. You know, if I put water in here, it's going to hit this shape. If I put water in here, it's going to hit this shape. If I put some water in here, it's going to leak through because it's not solid. But it's going to be this shape. So I also feel like for you too, that means where you're fixed and you're fire and you snap and you pop, I feel like you need to be a little bit more open-minded. I feel like the more emotional you are, the more you'll be able to tap into your six sensory gifts. And that's part of being in power. You're in power. You're getting everything under control. Work on your emotions. Work on continuing to get your emotions in control. And work on when you feel something, allowing yourself, instead of popping the fuck off, to feel your emotions. I feel like I need to do this. Add these cards together. 3 and 3 is 6. 6 and 4 is 10. New beginnings. January is the first month of the year. New beginnings. As your heart space opens up in the big 6, you're going to be way more emotional. And I don't mean like a crybaby emotional. I mean emotional as in showing emotions, vulnerability. Allow it. Allow that process. Because when we allow that process, when we're open-minded, we allow to sit and think. And not even that process is what's going to get you here to those moments of rejoice, if you're not already celebrating a few other happy successes. All right. Aries, I love you so much. You have a happy holidays. I'll be posting things about the big 6. If y'all want to get in tune, come join me. I love you so much. You guys have a happy holiday and a great new year. Bye.